Hey, how is it going, bros? Welcome back to As a Name. The phone which is just lying around here. This is the LG G2 Mini, well, pretty known as the successor of one of the best phones, LG G2. It was released in 2013, and this guy was released in 2014. So I'm not gonna do the in-depth review of this phone, but instead, what I'm gonna do is I'll be reviewing the operating system in this. So you might be knowing that it's not the Android. Well, I'll get in detail. Well, I'll just go to history and tell you other stuffs. The stock Chrome you get by buying this mobile is LG, the 4.4 KitKat version. Well, the Lollipop version came something about 1 or 2 months after. But then I thought there would be marshmallow, and the user interface of this LG was not so pleasant to me. I'm a stock guy. I love stock Android, so I just went for the Cyanogen mod. So here it is. This the LG G2 Mini is running on Cyanogen mod 13.0, Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. So I'll be discussing with this phone in detail, full explained version on its changes, or how was it before, the disadvantages, the advantages, and other stuffs. So let's do it. So now this phone is currently switched off. Let's switch on and see what were the changes and what was like before. Right, so let's see. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's on now. So that's the new animation they have for the Cyanogen mod. It's pretty cool. The one thing I love about Cyanogen mod is it is way flexible. The way we can customize things, the way we can develop or make new tools using this, I just love this. So that's why I'm one of the best, or I'm a great fan for the Cyanogen mod. So yeah, so that's it. So I'll be talking you some of the features or some of the disadvantages of applying the custom ROM into the phone. So as this is an LG phone, the apps of LG, which was only for LG, for example, the LG Quick Remote, the LG Gallery, the LG Music, the LG Camera, whatever of LG we were having in this phone, that all will be gone. So I'm pretty sad about the LG Quick Remote because it was the best app I've ever went through in controlling the TVs. We had every kind of variants of TVs in that, and we could control them very nicely. Then other thing is we have the double tap to open the phone, and after double tap in that we could double tap here or anywhere we want to switch off the phone or unlock the phone or lock the phone. But in this we could on the notification bar it'll get switched off. Right, so the reviewing I'll be doing in this will be in this way. I'll be talking you about the lock screen, what were the changes, what are the changes. Yeah, that's it. Then these two swipe thingies. Then I'll be talking to you guys about this home screen. What were its changes? What are its changes? Is it good? What are the disadvantages? And other things too. Then I'll be talking to you about the home buttons. These three. What is new? What was old? How is it? I'll be talking to you guys about the navigation bar. What is its differences and other things. Then I'll be talking about the app drawers, and I'll be telling you other things by this quick touch or tap for something. Then I'll be going you guys in detail for the settings, what all are new. Most of the things what were new. So as I said to you before, this is completely explained video. It is a depth in review video. So I hope you guys like it. If you like the video, please smash the thumbs up button below. If you would like to comment or rate anything, please do it. I would love to hear what's your opinion about my videos, and please do subscribe and share it to your friends if you like this video. Alright, so let's start. Alright, so let's just start from the most beginning thing, the double tapping to wake up the phone. Well, if you want that, you can change the settings later. I'll be explaining you about that later. So double tap it if you want to wake up the phone. When we consider the 5.0 Lollipop, the stock LG ROM, and in this 6.0.1 CyanogenMod 13 ROM, well, there's a lot of difference. You won't get the stock Android experience for the LG stock ROM in the lock screen, because you just have what you have for the normal LG phones. Well, for the stock Android, you have the swipe up to unlock. You have these two additional shortcuts. Well, in the CyanogenMod 12.1 Lollipop, 5.1.1 Lollipop version, you had here your recent called button that you can change in the settings too, which I'll be explaining later. And in the navigation bar, it's the whole same thing. Well, you can add an additional thing in the settings. You want it in the navigation bar in the lock screen. Alright, so that's with the lock screen thing. There's no much difference when we consider everything. Alright, swipe up to unlock, and you got here a pretty good screen with stock Android experience. I really love this finishing touches, everything. Alright, so as I mentioned, let's start from the home screen. Well, there's no much change when you consider the widgets and the apps. Well, you have the app animation different, and it's very fast. It's very fast, and you have this tap on, and you have three options, which is the wallpaper, the widgets, and settings. Wallpapers, well, you can have what type of wallpapers you want, anything. There are plenty of wallpapers, and you got stock ROMs too and other stuff. It's pretty good wallpaper. Then you have the widgets, you can add widgets. Well, the thing different is that you have these three things on a row. Well, in that one you got apps. When you just hold on, you'll get the apps which you want on the home screen, or the wallpaper which you want on the home screen. You won't get a finishing touch like this, like stock ROM experience. Now with the settings, what you have the choice to do is you can unlock or lock the auto rotation in the home screen if you want. If you lock it, you won't be able to allow the rotation in the home screen if you can rotate it, or if you on the auto rotation mode on. And for the widgets, as I explained later, then you have in this one plenty of things according to your desire. Let's start from the last. App settings, you can make the app tick larger, or you can protect the apps. It's just like app lock, so you get the use of protected apps instead of downloading an app from Play Store, also known as app lock. Well, you get the thing from that. That's one of the big advantages see in this kind of settings. Then you can have a search bar in the app drawer, just like this. You can have a search bar to search any apps which you want. For example, I search Play Store, you get over there, and you can also disable this right over there in the settings. Then you have here the fast scroll type. It's the vertical and the horizontal, which means just if you take it horizontal, what you have there, you can have the fast search. It's like this horizontal. Pretty good animations they've got there in the CyanogenMod 13.0. And the vertical one is just like we have in the contacts. If you just pull down the scrolling bar, they just give just like the vertical one, just like this. I love this. Everything what I have done to improve in the CyanogenMod 13.0. Then other one which they have is that you can have the drawer color as white or dark according to your desire. Then you can have the icon names to be shown or not shown, and for the drawer style you can be compact or sections. In the section you're going to have it like this, and it doesn't look pretty neat for me, so I'll just go for the compact one. Then you can have the scroll wallpaper. If you want, you can have the wallpaper to scroll. Then you can also change the grid size by your own for the custom thing. And you have condensed, cozy, comfortable. Comfortable is more comfortable because condensed and all, it's a bit, complicated. So it doesn't never look good on a pretty good smartphone. Yeah, so that's it with these stuffs. Then when you come to the app drawer, when you long press this, you can search any apps. So instead of that app search bar in the front menu of the app drawer, so that's also a pretty good thing. You can just suppose I say Play Store, you get that thing again. Then when you talk about this is there's nothing much on the home screen then. Yeah, when you talk about one of the disadvantages of the Cyanogen mode from 12 to 13, you cannot have an extra home screen if you don't have any apps on that. For example, you don't have any apps on either side of these home screens, so you can't scroll the home screens. But if you have an app on either of the home screen, you can just have them to scroll. Yeah, you can just move it over there because you're not allowed to. So you can scroll this like this, but if you don't have any apps on that side, you just can't scroll. So I think that's that's according to me, I don't like that because I like scrolling here and there from home screen to home screen. Alright, so that's with that. Now when you consider these three touch buttons, they're same from LG 5.0 Lollipop till Cyanogen Mode 13, 6.0.1 Marshmallow. The only thing is that the size is a bit increased in the LG Stockroom. In this it's a bit reduced and they have given much more distance between them. Alright, now when we consider the functions of this thing, this guy over here will give us the recent app when we long press it. Instead of pressing like this and taking the app which we stored last, just long press this to get the app. For example, if I'm applying Chrome over here, I'm using Chrome, I'm going down by pressing the home button. Then if you long press this, you can have the last used app by just pressing this thing. And if you have another app which you have just returned by doing like this, you can go back to that. So I love this feature. If you want, you can replace it, or you can give another thing function of this thing which we'll discuss later in the settings. This one, a new feature of the Marshmallow, which is now on tap. For example, if you're having any doubt in it should be something like known thing. When you press here, they'll show that it is not available. For example, if you just have something XYZ which is not so popular, or if you have some guy's name or some kind of film, for example, Now You See Me film, if you're having in any of the screen and if you're just tapping, keeping on tapping like this, they'll give you all the information about Now You See Me. You can have that thing on the Google, on Wikipedia, on YouTube, on images, whatever types of thing they have, they'll give you right on that tab. So this feature is only available on Android Marshmallow, one of the best features of the Marshmallow they have kept till now. Alright, now let's come to the navigation bar. Well, the only difference from the 5.0 Lollipop and 6.0 Marshmallow of the Cyanogen modes are, well, you just have to scroll like this, and I don't think it's a pretty good one because I don't see any good thing in just scrolling like this rather than the up one, which you have all the things on just one slide downwards. I guess this is more better one rather than this thing. So that's one of the disadvantage, and also it depends upon the user to user. Some of the users may be liking this, or some of the users may not. Yeah, so that's it. This now we'll come to app drawer. All we have discussed till now, we have this kind, and we have the vertical and the horizontal. You can have white or black, you can have compact, or you can have the comfortable one according to the user desire. Now let's go in depth of the settings, or before that I'll show you guys. This is running Android 6.0 Marshmallow. So that's Marshmallow, and you have a whole new animation, and you can have more number of your Android guy while playing this, but you can only control one at a time. That's pretty wicked. And you also have the better animation for the Cyanogen mod too. Well, they have some kind of guide thing, and you can also have the same thing with more number of people with you. It's just like a human being with the Cyanogen mod face and other stuff. Right, so let's start from the beginning. We have there's no change when we consider the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the cellular network, SIM cards, data usage. There's no difference in all of those. We just have the white color interface and more simplified versions. That's it. There's no much difference. The main difference comes in the device controlling and other stuff, which I'll be talking to you guys. Let's just go to sound first. You have all the customization. You can even link your ringtone and a notification volume. Suppose you have a notification volume, you want that to be your ringtone, you can just press this and it will be done. But if you don't want, you can just decrease or increase the volume of your notification volume. Then we can choose the phone ringtone. Yeah, that's only the difference in this. And other sounds, you have the dial pad touch tones and other things. If you want, you can, or if you don't want, just leave it. Then we come to display and lights. Yeah, we have a big change in this when we come to the LG stock ROM and signage and mod ROM. You did not have an auto display for LG G2 Mini. You did not have an automatic display. If you just want to make the display automatic, they adapt to the conditions given. That was not available in our LG stock ROM. But in this one, we have automatic day night. So that's another good thing they have made change in the signage and mod ROM rather than that LG stock ROM. Then you have the brightness level, rotation, tap to wake. Yeah, this is what I said. If you want, you can disable this as now it won't become on as we have disabled it. You have to press back. If you enable this, now you go back and it's on. And similarly, you can also disable this double tap to sleep. It won't sleep, it'll just pull off the notification drawer. That's it. Then yeah, another big feature we have in this is the cast screen. It's just like the Chromecast, we don't particularly need an app or Chromecast app. We just need that Chromecast plug-in thing, plug into TV and just cast what you're casting on your mobile. And that's another pretty awesome feature you have on that. And you can also increase or decrease your LCD density, and I would recommend not to change in those as it could damage your screens. And you can also have your search bar in the recent apps menu right over here. That's also some kind of big change you have in this. When you consider most of these changes, I say is when compared to the LG stock ROM we had and the most good new features of the signage in mode 13. So you better not mix up all those. And the next one is themes. You can directly get the system default, the signage in mode theme, or you can get more from Play Store. You can have S6, S5, OnePlus 2, OnePlus 1. You can also have various other phones. You can have a Sony Xperia Z5. You can have a LG G4. You can have various themes. And it also depends upon signage and mode versions. If you have 12.1, some of the themes may not be compatible with your current version of the operating system. Then in notification, there is no much difference. Then you have the lock screen. That's we have the buttons. That's some of the big changes we have in this buttons and layout is that you can just edit and give more buttons over here. If you want, you can give the menu button. It'll give you the menu. And well, as far as stock Lollipop users are concerned, I would say that there's no much big deal in this thing because these three buttons are very awesome other than the other ones. Now we have the functions with power buttons. Well, we have various functions of power buttons in this, and the same thing we have in all of the phones. With the power button, you can either end the call, you can double tap it, you can double tap your power button on the camera. It's just like that. So that's also another feature you have by the power buttons. Then there's no much difference when you consider the buttons. Battery, security, memory. The memory is one of the another slide they have just given in the device management is that they gave us how much memory we use daily, how many memory is used by each apps and other stuffs. So we cannot even clear it from here. Then you have the home. After you do the signage mode 13.0, 6.0.1 Marshmallow, you have the two home themes. Well, this Google Now launcher is installed by default. You cannot kind of like just change it, or you can't just download another from Play Store. So it's just by default. You can either choose the themes from the signage and mode theme, or you can choose it from the Google Now launcher. Yeah. Now here comes the status bar. You can edit whatever you want to be shown in the status bar. You can show whatever you don't want to show in the status bar. You can change the clock style, but you can make it either to right, either to left, just like this. You can make it center, left, right, or you can make it even hidden. Then we have the battery text status style. You can even have it in a landscape, you can even have it in text percentage, you can have it either, you can just customize it in whatever way you want. That's also one good thing. And this one is one of the best thing I love in the new Marshmallow feature. You can just adjust the brightness by just hitting on the notification. If you just long press on this right side, your brightness is going to increase, and if you just press on this side, it's going to decrease, and if you press on the middle side, it's going to make it automatic, or what do you say, just favorable thing. So some guys maybe are doing that, or they may be check long press, the brightness is going to suddenly increase. So I recommend it's not so but this new feature is really rocking. Then we have the number of notifications. If you have many notifications, they're going to show you how many notifications is pending for you guys to see. So then you have the quick pull down. You can just pull from the right side to get a quick pull down, or from the left side to get the notification first. Then if you pull down again, you're going to get the other ones. So that's also another change you have. Then you have, when you consider in the app drawer, in all of the phones you had a separate app for Google settings, and other ones you want to change the passwords, you want to change the sign and security and other stuffs. But in this one you have a separate other layer for Google if you want to go change anything you want. So that reduces the number of apps, or you can say reduces just a one app from the app screen. Not a big thing, we can say. Then you have the storage and USB. You're gonna have the amount of storage you are having in your SD card and in your internal storage. Then that's it. Well, overall, when we say the Marshmallow 6.0.1 or the CyanogenMod mode 13 is one of the best you are getting in Cyanogen modes, and I prefer you if you want guys see how to apply the custom ROM in your phone, please ask if you want to give in the it's in the comment box below if you want to guys know how to apply the custom ROM. So I hope you guys like the video. Please smash the thumbs up button if you like this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.